Hello and welcome to Back of the Net. My name is Charlotte Richardson. The wait is finally over. Non-league football returns. And after a tantalising opening week in the National Leagues, this Saturday our attention turns to the Bet Victor Isthmian League. We're here at the Whiskey Bible Stadium to see how recently appointed manager Frank Wilson gets on in charge of his first game as Merstham manager. The Moatsiders host Hornchurch here this afternoon, and after a summer of shrewd recruitment by manager Mark Stimpson, the Urchins are already hotly tipped to be a promotion contender come the end of the campaign. And it may be a little grey and drab here in Surrey this afternoon, but this is expected to be a hotly contested opening day of the season. Let's see what both managers had to say to their sides in the dressing room before kick-off.
Chocolate and vanilla.
I'm not a strawberry fan either. It's not white, it's brown.
Last night's pre-match.
Yeah. We said Thursday it was a bit serious, you know, and we were focused. We said to people, we've got to make sure that you come in today and understand the difference between pre-season and the first game of the season. But how do we actually feel as a squad? This is a brand new team.
3 points. That's all we want. Fucking 3 points. That's what it is. 3 points, boys.
Coaches, any last words?
Yeah, I think you said it, mate. To be honest, it's just really a case of probably more communication. I think that's the only thing that hasn't been spoken about, you know, for today. We've got to start talking more, haven't we? Individually, collectively. One player wears the armband, but doesn't mean the rest of you can't talk. But barring that, as Charlie said, 3 points, home win. Make this place a fortress.
Very important, those first 20 minutes. Very important. Let's not just take that message for granted. Let's make sure that we stay in the game for the first 20 minutes. That doesn't mean we play within ourselves and we don't probe. You come in here at 45 minutes and you know from looking around the dressing room, you've put a shift in. You know that you didn't leave anything out there for 45 minutes. You worked hard, you were organised. You've done all the things that we've been coaching you to do. And we play with confidence. This is an underdog team. This is a team that nobody's expecting anything from. Let's make a big fucking statement. Let's go and do it. Come on, boys.
As you can see, both sides are fully briefed for today's opening Bet Victor Isthmian League encounter, and there's nothing left to do but sit back, relax and enjoy as Merstham host Hornchurch. Your commentator for today's game is Ben Eltham.
Thank you, Charlotte. Yes, it only happens once a year, and it is a really special occasion. The first day of the new football season, where hope springs eternal, and whether you're a player, a manager or a supporter, you can dare to dream that your side may just do the impossible. And it was Merstham that last season did that. They finished in the playoff final, runners-up to Tunbridge Angels. Very different expectations this season. A whole new squad for Frank Wilson to coach, and they'll be hoping for a really positive start at home this afternoon. As for Hornchurch, they will have greater expectations, plenty of experience in their side, and they'll be hoping to be challenging for promotion come the end of the season. Maybe windy, but it's a fine day for the start of the football season. Hornchurch on the attack, and the referee straight away called into action. No hesitation. It's a point for a free kick to Hornchurch. George Saunders stood over it. What can he do? Saunders goes for goal. Wonderful strike that was from Saunders, just over the bar. And for a moment there, all of those in the gold of Merstham just had a little look over their shoulder as if that was going to drop in the corner. Ever so close from Saunders. First test on the Merstham goal. Long throw into the Merstham box. It flicked on, and that's a wonderful save from the keeper. Mate Pearson with an acrobatic tip over the bar. It was a long throw that caused the problem. Lovely header flicked on, and that is a world-class save. Brilliant reactions from the keeper. Didn't have much time. Headed just on the edge of the 6-yard box. But he keeps his side level. Still the pressure though. Hornchurch with a corner. It goes in towards the goal, and just for a moment it looked like the wind might take it in. played a big part in that corner, swinging in towards the keeper. And we'll see just how close it was here. Look at that bend on the ball from the wind, and somehow they managed to keep it from crossing the line. This time it's Merstham that come forward, and Hornchurch can easily get the ball away, and they may break forward again now, and they come forward again with Saunders, who looks to step over onto his left foot. Saunders takes the shot, the second sighter that he's had this afternoon already. And this one just a little higher. Lovely feet though, lovely step over on his left foot. Bright start. Been a really good game so far. Entertaining as always on the first day of the season. Plenty of optimism from both these sides. It's Merstham that will come forward now. What can they do? It's a lovely check inside. Plenty of room. Goes for goal. Left-footed, and it's the first goal of the game, and it comes for the home side. Ellis Brown with a wonderful low finish into the bottom corner, and Merstham are 1-0 up in this game. They've had to deal with a little bit of pressure, but it was Brown who just went inside the defender, left-footed, and drilled the ball home. Lovely strike. Maybe the keeper could have got more on it, but once he'd made that room, hit it with his left foot, and it does go into the corner. You have to say keeper probably will look at that and say he should have done a little bit better, but nevertheless, take nothing away from the strike. And the Moatsiders got the dream start. High ball down the field, not quite dealt with, and now it's Hornchurch to come forward. Left-footed shot is always going to be the keeper's ball. Comfortable save this time. Just opened up in the box there on the left foot of Joe Christou. Comfortable save. Again, another high ball downfield for Merstham. Wind seems to be okay at the moment, but Hornchurch win the ball back, and again it's won back by Saunders, who can drive forward. He's been ever present in this first half for the visiting team. Maybe an opportunity now just to run down the left-hand side. It's easily intercepted again. Merstham bring the ball away. Lovely touch by Folks, and they'll run forward once more, and it is the goal scorer. Ellis Brown plays it into Omar Folks. Wonderful opportunity for 2-0. This time the keeper's out, and he smothers the ball and stops Folks from doubling Merstham's lead. The play goes on. The referee's going to blow for a free kick there, but it was a delightful move again from the home side. Again, it was Brown that was involved. It was played through to Omar Folks. The first touch just let him down. It was a good save. Credit to the keeper. That first touch there just could have been a slight bit better. Well saved. Saunders again picks the ball up, and this time he's on the far side. It comes into the middle. Another opportunity for Hornchurch, and once again it goes over the bar. This time it fell to the dangerous Charlie Stimpson. I think he had a little bit more time and room than he first thought there. The ball came in, it just glanced off the head of a Merstham defender, fell nicely to Stimpson. And as a striker, you've got to be doing better in situations like that. Again, it's the long throw into the box. Again, Merstham scrambling the ball away. Still in the 18-yard box. Had a lot of chances, Hornchurch, made none of them count so far. The ball goes back into the box, it's defended. Again, it's to a player in reds. Still, they can't get the ball away. Saunders goes for the shot. Real pressure now from the visitors. 1-0 down. It's a nice interception though by Liam Smith, and he will bring the ball away. And Brown, the goal scorer, drives inside. Lovely powerful run from Brown. It goes all the way to the far side. It's a great build-up from Merstham this. What can they do? Into the box. Comes across. It's going to fall for Folks. Can he get the ball in? Goes for the shot. Saved. It's going to be in on the follow-up, but the linesman's flag is up. Another chance for Merstham. They did put the ball in the net. Omar Folks here Nice first touch, good save from the keeper. And the flag goes up for offsides. It's going to be very difficult to see from this angle. Looks tight, can't quite tell. We'll give the linesman the benefit of the doubt, and it remains 1-0. Another bright start to this half. Another opportunity for the home side. Great save from the keeper, and it's over by Omar Folks. And that should have been 2-0. And perhaps real control of the game. It was a lovely run and turn by Jackart. Well saved from the keeper, but you have to be putting them away. And will Merstham pay the price for not putting these chances away? Another great opportunity for Omar Folks, and it remains 1-0. Sure, Frank Wilson would have told his players that Hornchurch can only get better in the second half. It was a lacklustre first half from them. They spurned a few chances themselves. And they come forward now. What can they do? It's with the skipper. Patient build-up into Saunders. Got men over here if they can get the ball into the box. Just can't get the ball away, Merstham. Still the ball is with Hornchurch, maybe an opportunity now. It's a great strike, it's in, and Hornchurch have drawn level. It had been coming, and it's the skipper, Lewis Spence, on 66 minutes, who draws the visitors level. Really neat build-up play, many players involved. It was a lovely layoff as well, and on his left foot, was just stretching a little. Managed to find the corner. Oh, you have to say again, similar to the first goal for Merstham, the keeper probably should have done better there. Taking nothing away from the strike, but as a goalkeeper, I'm sure you expect to keep those out of your net. The skipper comes good, and it's one apiece here on the opening day. Saunders has been involved in everything, puts the ball in, and that was a great opportunity. Just off the head of Chris Dixon, and he should have done better as well. There's been so many opportunities in this game for the strikers on either side. This time it was Dixon, who's been well marked, but that is a golden opportunity. And it goes over. Both sides can't say they haven't created chances today, but which way is this one going to go? Hornchurch on top at the moment. It's with Dixon. Dixon lays the ball off. Again, Merstham look to scramble the ball away. That's a poor clearance though. Saunders picks the ball up as he's done many times during the game. What can he do? Into the box now. Saunders goes for the shot. Really comfortable save from Mate Pearson. Again, Saunders has been lively. Pearson throws the ball out. That's a really poor throw, and it's straight to the dangerous Saunders. Into the box he goes. What can he do? Lays the ball across. Can they find a finish? And they can find a finish. And Hornchurch do have the lead for the first time in this game. It was a terrible throw from the keeper. What was he doing? Saunders picks the ball up, plays it across. And it was a great finish. And it was actually Joe Christou with a finish. Saunders cut back inside, didn't go for the shot this time. And Christou finds the corner. No chance for the keeper with a finish. Really neat right-footed side foot into the corner. But it was the keeper's error, and no matter which angle you look at this from, he's not going to watch it again, I'm sure, Mate Pearson, because it was dreadful goalkeeping. And that is not what you want on the opening day of the season. Merstham get themselves back into this game. For so long, it looked as though they were going to have a bright opening day and perhaps go on to pick up 3 points, and they've had the chances, but now it's all Hornchurch. Dixon just scoops the ball up. Dixon scooped the ball up, it bounces down and just wide. And on reflection, you've got to say that probably justice has been done with this scoreline. It's finished here, Merstham 1, Hornchurch FC 2.
I'm delighted to be joined by today's victorious winner, Mark Stimpson. Mark, the first 3 points on the board. How delighted are you with today's performance?
Delighted to get the 3 points. The performance was sort of average, but that's understandable at this time of the season, and also with the players we've got available. We just brought a new player in on Thursday night, and he stepped into the back four, so that's a little bit difficult. But no, to come away and win, delighted with that. And
you made some changes at double substitution. It almost had an instant impact for you. You got the equaliser soon after, and from that moment seized momentum of the game.
Yeah, I've said to the boys before the game, it's not just about the 11, it's about the 16 or 17, 18 players we've got, and it's good when substitutes come on. The boys who come off have done their bit, the boys come on, and like you say, we had a sort of another yard in our legs, and 2 very good finishes.
And in the second half, do you think we saw more of the kind of experience that your side had? They really began to manage the game really well, and towards the end it only looked like there was going to be one winner.
That's nice to hear that from yourself. I thought we could have done even better at that, to be honest. But no, we have brought some experience into the team this season, because I think you need that to compete at this level, because it's a fantastic league, and I think there's at least probably 8 teams who will be going for that top spot, and hopefully we're one of those.
And assessing your hosts this afternoon, Merstham, they were very industrious and defensively quite hard and resolute to break down, and it required a lot of patience in the end to break them down and then get that all-important winner.
Yes, they were very strong at the back, and they're a good holding player in midfield who stopped balls going into our centre forwards, and so again we had to be patient. Today's weather didn't probably suit both teams because of how windy it was, but you have to deal with that, you have to get on with it, and in the end our patience was rewarded with 3 good points.
And it's a very, very long season, but what are your aims personally for the campaign ahead?
Personally, to stay in the job.
And for your team?
For my team to get as high as we can and enjoy watching them. We're trying to ask them to play a certain way of football, and hopefully they will, and try and get as many points as we can, and come Christmas, the New Year, being around it, because that's when it really does get interesting.
And it's a really busy month, August, but no better start than 3 points looking ahead to a busy couple of weeks.
Yeah, I think it's a bit crazy where we have these 3 games in 7 days. Why we didn't start last week amazes me, and it's a big ask of the players, because obviously they've got jobs and they have to go to those, and some of my boys are working tomorrow, so it will be hard, but like I said, we've got a squad. We'll have to rely on those, and hopefully we can get some more points and enjoy August.
Well, thank you very much for finding the time to speak to us, and all the best for the rest of the season.
Absolute pleasure.
I'm delighted to be joined by Hornchurch skipper Louis Spence. Louis, congratulations, 3 points on the board, nice and early. You must be pleased to have fought back and get that victory.
Very happy. Obviously the start of the season's always difficult. Every team's fit and wanting to kick on and do well. You've come to Merstham here today and they've got a new squad, but you can see they look like they're ready to go. So to come here, we started slow, but to come away with 3 points is massive.
And the conditions today were a real leveller, weren't they? What was the feeling at half-time going in a goal behind?
Yeah, our change room was rocking. People weren't happy, and that's what it's about. It's about expectations and setting high standards for each other, and that we've got a good group now. So it's about keeping everyone where we need to be. And there was a few things said from a lot of people, and I think you could see second half we've come out and made things happen,
And as a captain, you led from the forefront. You managed to get the equaliser then, and really from that moment on, the team pushed on and stamped your physical authority on the game as well.
Yeah, I think that's my job, innit? As a captain, it's important you try and lead in your way. My performance weren't up there where I would want it to be today, but the goal to get us going always helps. So I can walk away here now happy having scored, and my team getting 3 points. So happy days.
And you can see there's a real unity within the camp as well. When that winner did go in, you all celebrated together. And how important is it to get 3 points as quickly as possible, certainly in a league where it's very, very tight and there's going to be a lot of people contesting for an early advantage?
It's massive, and obviously the thing is we go again Tuesday. So it's like to get the 3 points today, but we want to go and get another 3 points Tuesday, and we're up against another strong team that will be having a go as well. And that's what this level of football's about. Everyone's got expectations, everyone's got standards, and it's about trying to step up every week and be consistent to meet it.
And we said before the game how Hornchurch were ready because of Mark's brilliant recruitment over the summer, hotly tipped to be in and around that area. What are your aims as captain and for the squad really for the campaign ahead?
Look, I'll be like, we want to be the best we can be, and if that means that we end up in the playoffs and we've done really well, that's what it is. If it means we kick on and get promotion, brilliant. But the aim is to be consistent week in, week out, and to do that at this level is very hard because the boys all have jobs. You go out to work Monday to Friday and you have to switch on at the weekend for football, and that's what it's about. I'm
delighted to be joined by Merstham manager Frank Wilson. Frank, I know you're going to be disappointed to lose out on any points this afternoon, but what was your assessment of the 90 minutes?
First 45, I thought that we were excellent. I mean, in terms of our sort of specific game plan and things that we wanted to stick to, especially for the first game of the season, having a lot of the lads in the starting 11, it's the first time they've played this level of football before. It was more about intensity and sort of managing the game. So, if we were fortunate enough to create good opportunities and go 1-0 up like we did, just sort of keep things tight and contested. And I thought for the first 45 minutes we'd done that really well. Obviously, some of our vulnerabilities, I think, second half were sort of highlighted more just with decision making. Really, I mean, I feel terrible for Matt. The goalkeeper. He's been with me at Tooting. He's a fantastic keeper in certain aspects, but self-destruct button second half for him really, and both goals. And I hate, and I really mean this. I hate labelling things and blaming things, but. This level of football, and when margins are so fine, it does come down to decision making and individual performance sometimes. And I just think that collectively, second half we were off of it, and then I just think that we were vulnerable with Matt and certain decisions that we made. The first goal I thought was incredibly soft. We'd have to watch it back on the tape, but Matt was stuck on his line and things seemed a bit slow. And I think his confidence got knocked from that. And then, probably. Less said about the second goal, the better really. I can half smirk about it now, but I wasn't happy about it at the time, and it destroyed the confidence of the team, and the way that we were playing leading up to that, I don't think we ever really had a chance of getting back into the game. So I'd probably honestly say that the appraisal was, I think, up to about 50-60 minutes, I thought that we were good value for 1-0. Had a couple of chances, and then I just think that our tiredness set in and individual errors really, massive errors, and at this level of football you get punished.
I'm really pleased to be joined by Merstham skipper James Richmond. James, a loss but plenty of learning points and positives to come from your 90 minutes display.
Yeah, I think obviously we're a whole new group, so it's going to take a while for us to gel. But initially for the first game I thought we did really well, especially first half. I thought, when we were under the cosh we rode it well. And then we looked dangerous on the counter. So overall, pleased with the performance on the whole, but obviously disappointed with the result, obviously, yeah. And it's a really busy August, so I guess it's a case of dusting yourselves off and going again on Tuesday. Yeah, exactly. We just spoke in there. There's no point dwelling on what happened, especially second half with the goals. We've got a game on Tuesday, so we literally got to turn around, and forget about that and take the positives out today. So not quite the start for the Moat siders this afternoon, but plenty of positives to take away for Frank Wilson and his young side. No doubt their day will soon come. As for Hornchurch, 3 points on the board already, and they do look strong contenders for the campaign ahead. All the action is back, and Back of the Net will be bringing it to you again very soon. We can't wait for the next game already.